Good morning. I'm Rita Wilkins, also known as the Downsizing Designer. So welcome back to my weekly 5 in 5 series where I share 5 quick tips in just 5 minutes on keeping your life simple and also the journey to minimalism. So today I'm going to be busting one of the biggest myths about minimalism, and that's the idea of rules and the idea that you have to do it perfectly. Because if you ever thought minimalism meant living with very few items, owning a tiny home, or giving up everything that you love, I'm definitely challenging that, and that's just not the case. So minimalism isn't about perfection, it's about freedom. So let's rethink the rules as we hear them together. So the first tip I have is that minimalism isn't a one-size-fits-all. It's often thought that there's a right way to do minimalism, and you might see someone online who has this perfect house. It's picture perfect, and you say, well, that can't happen to me because I have a young family, I'm busy, and it just doesn't work for me. And you look at that image and you say, that's just not me. I love color. I love surrounding myself with things that are meaningful to me and that make me feel like it's my home. And you might even say that minimalism looks like it's just not for me. So the truth is, though, that minimalism looks and feels different for everyone. So there's no one size fits all. Minimalism isn't about perfection. So instead of focusing on a perfect version of a simple minimalist lifestyle or home, focus on what works for you. Your minimalist aesthetic is probably very different than mine, and that's the beauty of it. Let go of comparison and define what simplicity means for you and for your lifestyle. The second tip is you don't have to get it right the first time. I like this one. Sometimes the fear of making the wrong decision about decluttering and about simplifying your life stops us from making any decision at all. You might hold on to things just in case. You might regret letting them go because you might need them someday. So your high school trophies, your college yearbooks, whatever it is that you're holding on to. If this sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone, because that hesitation is completely normal. The thought of letting go of something forever can feel intimidating, but here's the good news. You don't have to get decluttering perfect on the first try. It does take time. It takes developing a muscle and a mindset about letting go, and that's okay. So take your time. And also just letting go, minimalism and letting go is a process. If you're not sure about letting go of something, then create what's called a revisit box. So put those items in a box for 30 days, and 30 days later, check it. If you haven't missed them, you know that you could let it go. It takes time to learn to let go. It is a decluttering muscle, I call it. Give yourself a break and realize that you don't have to get it right the first time. And the third tip is more joy and less judgment. So this is a tough one for many people. Have you ever felt guilty about keeping something when you think that a true minimalist would probably say, let it go? Maybe you love your books, your plants, or a collection of something that just makes you happy. So the problem with very strict rules is that they can make you feel restricted when minimalism really is about freedom. So try this. Instead of focusing on what you can't have, if you want to become a minimalist, focus on the things that truly bring you joy, that you want to hold on to. If it's something that adds value to your life, whether it's your books, your artwork, that cozy blanket, just keep it. Minimalism is about removing distractions, not removing happiness. And the fourth tip is progress over perfection. So it's easy to get discouraged if you've been trying to declutter, but it's just not done yet. You might still have that certain areas of your home that just feel overwhelming that you haven't even touched yet. and maybe you've donated many bags of clothing and so forth from your closet, but in the back of your mind, you know the basement and the attic are still full of excess stuff. So you feel like you're just not making the progress that you want to be making. So this kind of thinking can actually make you want to quit. So try this. Perfection isn't the goal. Progress is. Instead of all or nothing mindset, consider small wins to be a big win. So clear out a drawer, clear off a surface. Every small step forward counts. And the last tip for today is your life. It's your life and it's your minimalist journey. So sometimes the pressure to follow the rules or the correct version of minimalism, whatever that is, makes it feel restrictive and overwhelming and also very confining. I don't know about you, but I really don't like rules. So that's why I'm so adamant about this particular subject. So minimalism and simple living is actually about freedom and flexibility. So you might think that you should declutter more, or that you're simply not, you're not doing the thing right, or that you're not being simple enough. But if minimalism isn't making your life easier, then you're missing the point completely. So try this. Minimalism is a tool to simplify your life. It's not a rule book. It's not a set of rules that you have to follow. Use your journey to minimalism, your journey to that simpler life, to make it improve your life, not limit it. So if your version of minimalism makes your life easier, more joyful, more intentional, then you're doing it right, because you're doing it your way. So there you have it. Those are my 5 tips for 5 reasons why perfection has no place in minimalism, and nor do rules. So the real goal is freedom, clarity, and more of what matters to you. So if you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe to my channel, and please share it with others who you think might need to hear this today. So, and if you're looking for a simple structure of a way to start your decluttering journey, check out my 15-minute burst method workbook. It's an easy, low-pressure way to make real progress on your journey. And the link is in that description below. So I'll see you next week, and I hope you have a great week, and make sure to keep it simple. And remember, it's not a set of rules. Just do your own thing and live that simpler life.